People in the United States generate a lot of trash, and residents of Teton County are no exception. Approximately 80 million pounds of solid waste are collected and processed in Teton County every year. This is enough waste to fill 5 large semi-trucks, 6 days a week.
Where has all this waste gone? And where will it go in the future? I am Heather Overholser, Division Chief.
And I am Mac Ducart, Recycling and Outreach Coordinator
of Teton County Integrated Solid Waste and Recycling. We are part of the team that deals with all the stuff this community no longer wants. This is a brief history of trash in Teton County and our vision for the future.
Horsethief Canyon Landfill was opened in the late 1950s, just south of town at the current location of the trash transfer station. The population of Teton County was 1/7 of its size today, and the landfill was adequate for trash disposal. As the population expanded and Wyoming Department of Environmental Quality, or DEQ, regulations regarding landfills changed, this unlined landfill became inadequate to accommodate the growing volumes of trash.
In 1989, landfilling ceased at Horsethief Canyon, and officials searched for a new location for a solid waste facility within the county. With no suitable location identified due to high land costs, regulations, and public concern, the landfill was closed and a trash transfer station was built to facilitate the removal of waste to a landfill outside of Jackson Hole. From 1989 until recently, waste was hauled to a landfill in Sublette County, Wyoming. In July 2012, the Board of Teton County Commissioners voted to send all trash to a landfill in Idaho Falls, a more economically and environmentally sound option for Teton County.
Although trash has not been buried in the Horsethief Canyon landfill since 1989, groundwater contamination has recently been discovered at the site. Contamination occurs when surface water infiltrates buried trash, picking up pollutants before leaking beneath the landfill and into groundwater. This problem is common with older, unlined landfills and needs to be addressed quickly to avoid potential future health risks.
To remediate the groundwater pollution, the DEQ is requiring Teton County to construct an improved landfill cap and surface water diversion system. These systems will minimize surface water infiltration into the trash and ultimately mitigate impacts to the groundwater. They will also reduce the production of methane, a greenhouse gas that is 23 times more potent than carbon dioxide. These efforts will reduce potential future liability and fines for Teton County. Teton County must meet DEQ's deadline of August 2017, as well as continue long-term environmental monitoring. If contamination exceeds groundwater protection standards in the future, additional remediation efforts may be necessary.
Today's level of solid waste disposal needs and operations, including recycling and composting, were not envisioned at the time the trash transfer facility was constructed. To move forward with improved and more efficient programs and operations, it is imperative that, in conjunction with the capping of the old landfill, the county design an updated facility that will serve this community for decades.
This extensive project will be staged in 2 phases. First, permanent closure of the landfill, and second, expansion of solid waste facilities. A proposition for the use of $14.5 million of specific purpose excise tax funds, or SPET, will be on the ballot in the November 6th election. If approved by voters, the SPET funding will cover the first phase of the project, including the state-required landfill capping, as well as planning, design, and permitting of updated facilities.
Elected officials believe that this project is appropriate for the SPET ballot, and voters will decide whether or not to fund it with SPET dollars. SPET is a tax of 1 penny on every dollar spent on most goods and services in Teton County, which is paid by both residents and visitors alike. The SPET tax is currently being assessed for other capital projects previously approved by the voters. If the landfill proposition is approved in November, the current tax will not increase. Instead, will be extended to include this project. Future funding for the second phase of the project will allow for the construction of expanded trash transfer and composting facilities.
Of the 80 million pounds of solid waste generated each year in Jackson Hole, 34% is recycled or reused, an initiative that has been strongly embraced by this community. Improved facilities will increase composting and recycling opportunities, resulting in the potential for additional income from the sale of these materials and a reduction in the amount of money spent on waste being hauled to a landfill outside of Jackson Hole.
Efforts to protect the environment at the Horse Thief Canyon landfill site will also allow Teton County Integrated Solid Waste and Recycling to improve solid waste system efficiencies, recycling opportunities, and overall experiences at the facility, today and for the future.